at work, I'm like,
One second.
Hello, Barzarre. Say hello. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. How's everybody doing tonight? Cool. Thank you for coming to our super spreader event. Sorry, I meant to say ladies' night comedy. The evening of bitches keeping in stitches, right? Just got a couple ground rules starting off. Please put your phones on vibrate. Keep conversation preferably to nothing, but you know, and if you need to, just go outside to chat. Thank you. Also, drink up, tip your bartenders. I'm not going to be participating because I recently quit drinking. Yeah. So I was wondering, does anybody know where I can find some cocaine? Yeah, right? Yeah, no, I definitely had a drinking problem, though. I was almost abducted by aliens once, and they told me I was too shit-faced to get on the spaceship. First of all, rude. But then I got to thinking, wow, they really are more advanced than us, because I've never had a human tell me I was too shit-faced to get probed against my will. My doctor called me up and was like, Steph, you need to quit drinking immediately. It's making you too awesome, and it can't have you going around blinding people with your majesty. That's not what he said. It was more like, if you keep drinking, your liver's going to fail and you're going to die. And I'm like, oh shit, Doc. Booze's been the only thing keeping me from thinking about dying every second of every day. Is there maybe something else you could give me for that? And so he wrote me a prescription for fentanyl. Yeah, he said the dosage instructions were more or less just guidelines, you know. I mean, when I lived in Los Angeles, I quit drinking for about 3 years because, you know, in my neighborhood, crystal meth was way more affordable. I mean, if you knew the right dicks to suck, you didn't even have to pay for it. And like when you do meth, it's sort of like an atomic bomb going off, and trying to pour liquor on top of that is like sending ground troops with muskets into Hiroshima after the fact. Yeah, nobody's going to really notice, you know. But, you know, nothing on the planet gives you that pep in your step like meth does, you know, like gives you that can-do attitude, you know. Like, yes, I can do more meth. Probably shouldn't though, because eventually the FBI is going to interrogate you telepathically through the fillings in your teeth. You know, offer you an amnesty deal if you rat out all your drug dealer friends. Just like, no thanks, imaginary FBI. No ditches or stitches for me. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm moving to sunny Wilmington, which I quickly found out is a drinking town with a fishing problem. But when in Rome, you know, so started drinking every day like a fish. And you know, drunk me loves everybody unconditionally, just so long as they're unconscious. Like sober me, you know, I've been thinking back to my drunken interactions with people, started noticing like, hey, that guy I let crash on my couch was a real asshole, you know, he's a prick. And that hot girl I was trying to flirt with all night, she was just being a cunty bitch, you know, and they, I don't even know what to call them, so fuck them. Little shout out to my non-binary peeps out there. You know, but not everybody's bad. You know, I've been getting a lot of support of people saying things like, well, at least you're not spending all your money on booze and Uber. Silver linings, right? Bullshit. That just means I don't have a social life and I have too much money to spend on virtual reality. Let me tell you, there's nothing more embarrassing than getting caught masturbating wearing an Oculus while playing Minecraft. And, you know, a lot of recovering alcoholics, they'll try and replace booze and nightlife with, you know, AA meetings and the 12 steps. My problem with that is the first step is to give yourself over to a higher power, you know, and if I thought that'd really work, I'd just keep drinking and pray for a new liver. You know, I've been coping, I've been smoking way more weed. You know, Yeah, so now when I sweat in my sleep, instead of smelling like gin, I smell like sage and patchouli. I overdid it the other night, though. I was smoking some dabs. Anybody know what dabs are? A couple of potheads in the audience. If you don't know, dabs are basically the crack of marijuana. You know, you need like a blowtorch and a welder's mask to get high. And I got so stoned I couldn't speak anymore. Anybody else ever do that? Yeah. But I can still play guitar, so I'm like, I'm gonna write a song. And, I recorded that, and next day I was playing it for my bandmates. And I didn't even remember what the hell I recorded. Turns out it was just one note. The same note for 45 fucking minutes. And they're all like, wow, this is really groundbreaking stuff. Like, shit, like, why'd I even bother learning how to play? I didn't realize it's this easy to impress a bunch of hippies. That's it. I'm gonna buy a wah-wah pedal, and a kazoo, and a shit ton of acid. Fuck you, Jerry Garcia. I have made this yeah.
How did you do that? Out of that pen that
I had this girlfriend once who accessorized so much she felt the need to make excuses for it. Like, I bought 100 bangles because they gave me 10% off. So not only did I save you money, but now I get to look like a slinky when you shove me down the stairs. But to be fair, I've made excuses before too. I was trying to free up some room in my purse, so I got a Prince Albert piercing that I could dangle my keys from. So, yeah, now when I walk down the street in a short skirt, I look like some sort of postmodern grandfather clock. But some of these girls, they'll just stroll in with a handful of thumbtacks and fling them like, yeah! Like whip out a plastic water bottle full of brown liquor, bitch slap the mother-in-law, go into gory detail about her last 3 abortions, not even be invited to the baby shower. Yeah, these are the kinds of women I date. She'll put a Pabst Blue Ribbon in her morning coffee and say, it's because I'm Irish. She'll blow an Uber driver for a free ride, then give him a 1-star review. Yeah, this chick finds drugs every time she takes off her bra. But she's a free spirit. She's had sex in a wide variety of porta potties. But to be fair, she puts her thong on just like everybody else, inside out for day 4. You're welcome for that. And I tried to put a ring on that finger, even though I know I'd find it in a pawn shop a week later. But now that I've had a boyfriend for a little while, I've come to realize I am that crazy bitch. Yeah, I've been on estrogen for a couple of years now, and I've been noticing some changes. First of all, my TV watching habits, because lately I've been binge watching Wife Swap and Forensic Files. Yeah, it turns out they're the same fucking show. Once the before, once the after. And the other thing I've noticed, I turned 40 and my doctor told me, you're at that age, it's about time you get a prostate exam and a mammogram. I'm like, oh shit, are we doing that at the same time? Because I'm all in. So anybody ever meet a woman that whose whole aesthetic just screams storefront of an adult novelty store? That doesn't make my mom a bad person. No, my mom's great. She's the reason I never got addicted to heroin, because by the time I was an adult, she'd given me so much Oxycontin I built up a tolerance. But she's always been there for me. When I told her I was seeing a therapist, she called me a whiny little bitch. And I was like, congratulations, Mom, you finally got the daughter you always wanted. And she was always trying to be one of those cool moms, like wanted to be friends with my friends and friends with me. And I was like, I could do better. Yeah, my mom actually homeschooled my little brother for a long time. So instead of him learning things like math, science, and social skills, he learned how to sit on the couch in his whitey tighties all day, eat cereal out of the box, and watch a Dragon Ball Z. Talk about failed potential. My brother would have made a great mass shooter. I want to say that Caitlyn Jenner does not represent the trans community. Okay, she's a trash person. We don't want her. You know, like, what's the first thing she does when she comes out? She goes on national television denouncing gay marriage. It's like, huh, that's funny. I didn't realize one of the side effects of getting an expensive new pussy was amnesia. Yeah, in 2016, she competes in a pro women's golf tournament. You know, and then she starts running for governor of California saying, oh, trans women have an unfair advantage in women's sports. It's like, bitch, you didn't even win that tournament. those chicks with ovaries whooped your Olympic ass. You know? But the worst part about her is, people talk about all the surgery she had, but nobody ever mentions the procedure she had where she had her mouth hole replaced with her butthole. Like, seriously, fuck Caitlyn Jenner. She needs to get hate crimes. Yeah, I keep reaching out to TED Talks, but they haven't responded to any of my dick pics yet. Was someone in the toilet when I set the ground rules for you tonight? Doing a kill Johnny? Yeah. For the record, people that disrupt this performance will be dragged out and summarily beaten by a bunch of bitches on the rag. Yeah. Where the hell was I? My boobs are growing in nicely. And I think my boyfriend notices more than I do, because, I'll be saying something and he'll just gravitate and honk. It's like, hey, I do that when I'm by myself, but I don't want him to know, right? And it's like, if I'm gonna get the most out of these babies, I gotta apply the market pressures of supply and demand, if they get big enough for me to lick my own nipple, it's game over. I gotta send him back in the wild, Sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you all about my plans for world domination. But anyways, the groping and ogling got so bad, I had to point blank ask him, are you only with me because you get all the perks of being with a pubescent girl with none of the legal ramifications? He's like, no, that's not it at all. And if you shut up about it, I'll take you to Legoland and buy you some ice cream. But I don't know, sometimes I think I'm shitty at being a woman, though, because when I came out of the closet, my girlfriends gave me all the clothes they didn't want out of their closets, and I haven't figured out how to dress myself since. That's how women jump you into their game. They give you shitty fashion advice and tell you how good you look to your face. Try to wear the high heels I feel about as coordinated as a newborn antelope that just got punched in the face. They have to tell me how to do makeup, so I just run into a hot topic and go, but on the upside, at least I'm not closed for business once a month because I'm bleeding out of my hole. Although I do often get stoned enough to eat expired gas station food, which pretty much has the same result. But what I always say, when life gives me a lemon, I cut a slit in it and I fuck it. And with that note, let's keep laughs going. This first entertainer is one of the funniest women in Wilmington. She actually encouraged me a lot at the beginning of my career. So please give it up for Miss Julia Desmond.